Hello, my friends. I hope you're doing well. It has been a minute since I have been in the kitchen. Last week, I worked the morning show. Came home almost every single day, super tired. Literally, I just had whatever I could find, opened up a can of soup or whatever, went straight to bed, went and did a couple of things with some friends, but if I didn't have anything planned, yeah, I was going straight to bed. Now, this week, I've come up and I've got an ear infection. Went to the doctor, got some things. There's my 10 days worth of pills that I'm going to be taking. And I'm back doing weather during the week, not as early in the morning, but in the early morning hours. So not going to have a lot of time to make a lot of things. So I've got some fresh stewed beef here. And because I'm late, I've been out on the golf course filming for Pigeon Forge Hospitality and Tourism Association, our annual golf tournament. So I'm kind of a little late getting dinner started, so I wanted to make my dad's favorite meal. Stew beef and potatoes. And I know some of you like to put carrots and things in, but we did not. We just put this with a potato and an onion, and that's what we did. But because I don't have a lot of time, I'm going to use my Instapot. So what I'm going to do is I've got my meat in here. I'm just going to cover it just above it a little bit. I'm going to put it in my Instapot for about 30 minutes and let it pressure cook. Then I'm going to add my potatoes and my onion. So let me get that started. We'll come back and add the other things. I've read your comments from time to time, and some of you say that you are scared of this, but they've made these things to where they're foolproof. So I'm going to put my lid on. I'm going to put it in the lock. I'm going to twist it to make sure that my vent is turned to where it's sealed. I'm going to use stewed meat option. My Instapot has some options on it. So I'm going to use that. It's going to cook for 35 minutes. It's going to start doing its thing here. You'll hear it beep in just a second. It's going to be on high pressure, normal setting, and there it goes. The heating process is going to start. Now that that has started, you're going to watch your little bubble back here. That's going to rise up when the pressure is inside. That little piece right there. Let me just take this off so you can see what's going on. That little piece. That is going to rise up, pretty much be level with the black part here. And from there, you know it's sealed. It will not let you open this until that little piece is back to where it is currently. So we'll let it do its thing for the next 35 minutes. I'm going to chop up my onion and also my potato, and then we'll get it back in here and I'll show you what I do for the rest of it. My hair's wild today. I didn't take time to do anything. I had to get to that shoot at the golf course. I was not on camera. I was just there. And then I decided, you know what, before I go back to work, which Wednesday's my Monday and it's Tuesday, let me just go to the urgent care and make sure everything is okay, make sure I don't need some antibiotics so I can get this knocked out. This ear earlier today, terrible. But anyway, 35 minutes, I'll be back. All right, our 35 minutes is up. You see, we have our pressure cooked. This is hot. Thankfully not to the touch out here. But what I'm going to do is I'm gonna move this, I'm gonna move it out so it doesn't mess up my cabinet too bad here. But we're gonna let that steam out. We're gonna let it vent. And what'll happen as that steam comes out, that little piece there that I was showing you, it'll eventually fall. And until that, you cannot turn that at all. You gotta let that drop, and then it will allow you to do what you want to do, which is open it, put the rest of our stuff in. We'll check our water. We need to put some salt and pepper. I keep losing salt and pepper shakers, so I don't know where they're all at sometimes, but I often find salt and pepper. I just don't know where all the things go to. So as you saw, there wasn't a lot of stewed beef in there, and that's fine. I just wanted to just taste it, show you all how to use the Instapot a little more, because sometimes you ask me about that. But I use this thing. See, it just dropped. So now we can open it up, see what's going on in here. And down there, we've got our meat. Still got a good bit of water in here. But there it is, it's done. It's gonna give us a nice broth for our potatoes. I've got these red potatoes. That's fine, and I've kind of quartered them, like so, if you will. And I've got my onion, just like that. I'll drop that in there. Not just that much. We've got the whole thing here. Sounded like I was gonna put those two little things. But now I'm gonna drop it all in. And I think our water content, our ratio to water to food, looks pretty good. We got it mixed around. We've got our potatoes. You can put some carrots in here if you want to. A lot of times we cook this in our crock pot. Obviously, just get some salt. I think I want to put some garlic in here too. Change it up a little bit. That's not how Dad did it, but that's how we're going to do it today. I wonder if my mom still even has that pot that he loved to cook in. It was a big old thick pot all the way around. So I'm going to put this on saute mode. Let me cancel it. Saute, and it'll do its thing. Then potatoes will soak up some of that flavoring. Let's see what I can find here. Yeah, just a little bit of, gotta put that on my list next time I go to the store, just a little bit of garlic salt. Maybe that's enough to give us some flavor out of that. I could do this steakhouse seasoning. I believe it has a little bit of garlic in it. Yep, garlic, minced onion, orange peel, black pepper, citric acid, crushed red pepper, parsley flakes. Just dump a little bit of that in there. Again, not how Dad would have done it. He would have just used the potatoes and the onion for his flavor, but giving y'all some ideas for options is what we're doing here. So what's going to happen on this saute mode, just pretend like this is boiling as if it were on a stove. It's going to boil, and I'm going to kind of caddy my, I don't want to lock it to where it seals, but if it gets over there like that, it's going to give you a bad note. So I've got it on my saute mode, and I'm going to let it do its thing for probably about that 30 minutes. As you see there, it's on 29. And that's about all the time we're going to need, because it'll cook those potatoes relatively quickly. So that's what's going to happen. I'm going to leave it like that. I'll stir it and check it from time to time, make sure water doesn't cook out of there or evaporate out, I guess is the proper terminology. I can use some weather language here with this. Someone said I should name some of these dishes weather related things. Maybe I'll Google and see what I find. But this is going to be Dad's beef stew tonight, except I'm cooking it in this Instant Pot. We didn't have one of these growing up. We had the regular pressure cooker, but Mom was scared to cook with that thing. I guess somewhere down the line there was a family member that blew up the house. So Mom never did want to cook with the pressure cooker. She said, well, just let it cook for a little bit longer. I've been doing really good this summer of keeping the gnats and the little black ants away. Just seen one or two from time to time, and I immediately bop it in the butt. So we're going to boil this, and then we'll try it out. All right, so I've boiled this for another 30 minutes. Got my potatoes nice and soft. They have soaked in that flavor from the beef and the onion. There's my beef. Now here's the real challenge. Did it get tender? See? Because I wouldn't have been able to pull it apart like that. So the Instapot did the work for me. And I didn't have to slave over the stove letting that meat boil and tenderize for several hours. This really has done its job in about an hour. So hopefully you can use your Instapot more, and we'll find some more ways to use it. Have a great day. And for everyone who said, I hope you get the feeling better, I really, really do appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. So we're going to nurse ourselves back to good health. I've got to shave. I'm back to work tomorrow. And eventually, I'm going to get me a haircut. You don't realize how long it is until you don't put any product in it. So that's that. It's Tuesday. My Monday tomorrow on Wednesday.